A decrease of nearly 4,000 cases from yesterday to today. Different industries, from schools to healthcare workers, are still feeling the impacts of the latest COVID-19 surge. 23 ABC's Brianna Willis joining us live from the Public Health Department in East Bakersfield with an in-depth breakdown of the guidelines people should be following as of right now. Brianna.
Keely, from the CDC to the California Department of Public Health, COVID-19 isolation and quarantine guidelines are continuing to change. And while many companies face staffing shortages amid the pandemic, Kern County Public Health says they will continue to be a resource for the community.
We receive questions from employers and healthcare agencies pretty much every single day asking for help with interpreting the guidance to make sure that they are abiding by it, but then also getting their workers back as quickly as possible so that we can continue to provide services to our residents.
COVID positive. It's a result thousands of people are seeing across the state and right here in Kern County. And as guidelines change for testing positive, it's causing confusion over isolation and quarantine periods.
Isolation periods have been reduced to 5 days instead of 10, but we of course want to make sure everyone ideally tests after day 5 to make sure they're still that they have cleared, and to continue to mask around others is one of the most important things for a total of 10 days.
Dr. Eric Capon, California epidemiologist and deputy director, goes on to explain the new guidelines for healthcare workers who test positive for COVID-19 but are asymptomatic. They may return to work immediately without quarantine or testing. The state sharing Saturday in part, this is due to critical staffing shortages currently being experienced across the healthcare continuum because of the rise in the Omicron variant, effective January 8th, 2022 through February 1st, 2022. California Department of Public Health is temporarily adjusting the return to work criteria. President and CEO of Memorial Hospital, Ken Keller, telling 23 ABC, Memorial staff is also feeling the effects of COVID.
And so as of last night, we had about 120 of our own employees that were out either in quarantine or with COVID itself, which is about 7% of our overall staff.
School districts are also in the same boat.
We're not any different than anyone else at this point. We're experiencing the same staffing shortages, mainly due to COVID-related issues.
Russell Sintis with the Rosedale Union School District says bus driver shortages have been the #1 issue.
Busing, for one, has always been a staffing issue. So we constantly are seeking out bus drivers, and we have a job posting that never comes down.
And moments ago, Governor Gavin Newsom signed an executive order to support safe in-person learning for schools throughout the state amid the pandemic. Coming up at 6, we'll have more about the strike teams that are in place here in Kern County to help with health care. Live in East Bakersfield, Brianna Willis, 23 ABC News, connecting you.